Google does not care if your ads are profitable or not. The reality is they're going to make money regardless of if your campaigns are performing well or you're burning money. But here's the thing, if your campaigns aren't working, that doesn't necessarily always mean it's your ads that are the problem. It can be what happens after the click, which determines whether your campaigns make or lose money. My name's Sam and I run ads for businesses, from small startups through to businesses spending 7 figures a year on ad spend. And today I'm going to walk you through the real reason as to why your ads may not be profitable, and most importantly, what you can do to fix them. You can spend hours optimizing keywords and search terms, changing bid strategies, testing different ad copy, but if your landing page is broken, all this is doing is rearranging chairs on the sinking Titanic. The average landing page converts at just a few percent. To be exact, somewhere between 2 and 4% is the average landing page conversion rate. So that means about 96-97% of the time, your visitor views your landing page and bounces without doing anything. So what that means is your ad did its job. It bought in that click, but you lost that potential customer in the first few seconds. Here's one way to look at it. Let's say you match with a gorgeous girl on a dating app. You both turn up to the date, but you're dressed scruffy, and you spend 99% of the date just talking about yourself. She swiped because she liked what she saw. She gave you a shot, but you didn't leave a good first impression. So she's not going to want to show up for the second date. Your landing page is exactly the same. Someone clicked because they were interested. They were looking for whatever service your ad advertised, but your landing page lost them on the first impression. So focus on improving your page. Does it show your offer clearly in the first few seconds? Is it mobile friendly? Another reason campaigns fail or seem like they're failing is due to bad data. Most customers don't actually convert or buy on the first click. Sometimes they come back a second, third time. Sometimes it might even take weeks for them to come back. But the thing is, most marketers only track the last click attribution. So you'll think your campaign isn't performing, but when in fact it actually led to that customer, just not on that first visit. Here's a quick example. Let's say you run an ad and 100 people click. Out of those 100 people, 10 people add to cart, but they abandon cart and no one buys. So you turn the campaign off thinking it flopped. But a few days later, 6 of those people come back and actually buy. So without proper tracking, you'll never know which campaigns were actually working. You'll turn them off thinking they lost money when in fact they were actually profitable. So good tracking stops you from making these bad decisions. So let's compare two businesses. Business A sends traffic directly to a product page with a simple checkout and no follow-up if someone doesn't buy. Then business B, they send traffic to a funnel. They capture emails, they follow up with sequences, they show upsells and cross-sells, and have flexible payment options. Which one is going to convert better? It's going to be business B every time. Their cost per acquisition is lower, their average order value is higher, and because they're more profitable, they can bid higher on auctions and show up higher in search rankings. This is why funnels, upsells, and cross-sells matter. They're what separates businesses from losing money to ones which scale. When looking at the most profitable advertisers on Google Ads, there are some certain things which they do, which non-profitable advertisers don't. Here are some numbers for you. Nearly 60% of successful Google advertisers use funnels. Many offer multiple payment options. They capture emails and use automated email sequences for people who added to cart but didn't buy. And the best marketers test different landing pages tailored to different buyer personas. They run remarketing campaigns, have long landing pages because some people do require a lot of information in order to buy. This helps build trust. And they have video testimonials from happy customers. When you compare this to most struggling businesses, it is night and day. Most struggling businesses don't have this. Winning businesses reduce as much friction as possible and increase value at every step. Now, let's talk about why all of this works, the psychology behind conversions. The first method is anchoring. When someone goes to purchase a £40 product and then at the checkout, they get a £60 upsell, their mind is anchored on that £40 product, so the upsell feels like a deal. Having multiple payment options. This removes friction. Not everyone uses the same Visa, debit, MasterCard. So this removes friction and makes people a lot more likely to pay and have a hesitation at checkout. Then we have micro commitments. When someone gives you their email, they've already taken a small step. They've already given you something. so they're much more likely to take a larger step later. Then persona-based copy. When you're speaking directly to who someone is, this makes them feel understood and like you get them. This is identity-based marketing. Trust triggers. Things like influencer-based marketing, remarketing, or testimonials. This builds familiarity and makes people feel like, yeah, I can trust this person. I want to do business with them. Then you have cognitive closure. Some people just need short pages. Other people need long pages with more information. So it's a good idea to make sure your landing pages are on the longer side for those people who need it. So when you understand this psychology, you can structure your systems and your landing pages around how people actually make decisions. So how do you put these things into practice? Let's recap. You want to make sure you have multiple payment options. Capture emails from people who didn't buy. This can be through a pop-up when people are about to exit your page, or a lead magnet. Follow up with these people with an email sequence. Split long checkouts into steps and include a progress bar so people know how close they are to finishing. Add social proof with video testimonials, and create landing pages with different copy tailored to different buyer personas. Run smart remarketing campaigns depending on what stage people are at. For people who didn't buy, send educational type content for people who were just browsing. Objection busting messages for people who abandoned cart. And urgency or social proof to people who engaged but didn't buy. Add upsells and cross sells so your average order value goes up. When you add these things together, your conversion rate can skyrocket, so your cost conversion can dramatically decrease. Finally, you need to be measuring your campaigns the right way. Most marketers only use last click attribution in Google Ads, so they're only measuring the last ad click before the sale. Instead, track contribution margin, track customer lifetime value, ideally somewhere between 1 and 5 years, and even look at brand search lift. Because here's the truth, 78% of Google Ads advertisers lose money, not because Google Ads is broken, but because they're measuring the wrong things. So if your ads aren't working, stop blaming the platform. Google is going to make money regardless. Focus on what happens after the click. Your landing pages, your funnels, your tracking, and the psychology of your customers. That's how you go from burning cash to running profitable campaigns. If you found this useful, drop me a comment, hit subscribe, and if you want to book a one-on-one call with me to discuss your ads, click the link in the description of this video and I'll be happy to chat. Take care and I'll see you on the next one.